reflection on the Gospel for Wednesday of Easter week. It's Luke chapter 24, verses 13 to 35. This Gospel always reminds me of a best-selling book by Austrian psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl. The book is called Man's Search for Meaning, and its central insight is that if we have a why, a reason for living, we can bear any how, any circumstance. It was from observing fellow inmates of Nazi concentration camps that the insight was born. Those who best coped were those who had a reason. Those with no reason gave up all hope. In this regard, the two disciples on the road from Jerusalem to Emmaus had lost their reason for living. As they explained to the seemingly out-of-touch stranger who had only just joined them, "You must be the only person who does not know the things that have been happening all about Jesus of Nazareth. Our leaders had him crucified. Our hope had been that he would be the one to set Israel free." Now they were seeking to walk it off and to talk it off, but were making no headway. What they were about to learn is that together they needed to walk with and talk with one whose presence can go unrecognized even in times of pain. After the two have got everything off their chests, the stranger begins to respond, and what he has to say gives a completely new perspective on all that had happened. All of it had been foretold in the scrolls they unrolled and read from every Saturday in their synagogues. It is all there in writing handed down to them from Moses and the prophets. And he went on to quote chapter and verse after chapter and verse after chapter and verse, and occasionally challenging their blindness and their all too human understanding of the Messiah. Yet they are not offended. On the contrary, they are fascinated. They can relate to the whole new perspective that is laid out before them. And they want, in the end, their companion to join them in a celebratory meal. He was only waiting to be asked, for he only made as if to go on. There was just one more thing. While he was with them at table, he took the bread and said the blessing. Then he broke it and handed it to them, and their eyes were opened and they recognized him, but he had vanished from their sight. Now, they not only had meaning in their minds and hearts that was like a fire, there was a presence there too, and an inner banquet that is best explained in the Lord's own words. "I am standing at the door, knocking. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to you and eat with you and you with me." The Emmaus event is also for you and me, and can bring meaning and purpose to our lives. Yes, dear Lord, take up your abode with us, so that we may live in your love and in your presence. Amen.